There's count even.
So, David, you have a chance to call his first win at home and his first save at home here tonight.
I am certainly honored. One of the more prestigious names in Long Island Ducks history on the mound right now. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Fernandez, and the pitch on the way. Curveball, call strike 3. Fernandez goes down looking, 1 down for the Long Island Ducks. Overall, their 5th strikeout, and obviously the first for K-Rod.
So a good start as Ducks pitching continues to dominate here, especially the bullpen, as K-Rod, the 4th reliever in.
So Alfredo Silverio came in a pinch hit for Ride Rodriguez back in the 7th, and Silverio became the DH. He's at the plate now with 1 out, nobody on, top of the 9th. First pitch on the way is hit a long way, but down the right field line and will twist foul into the stands. So it's 1 ball, no balls and a strike till Silverio, who struck out in that pinch hitting at bat. Before that, Ride Rodriguez, who was the original DH, hit a bloop single and drove in a run back in the 1st, also hit into a double play. 0-1 the count, 1 out, nobody on, top of the 9th. And this one is smack left field. That's a base hit. First hit given up by K-Rod as a Long Island Duck, corralled quickly by Daniel Fields in left field. So 1 out, 1 on. Silverio smashed that one to left.
Yeah, real hard hit ball. And David, just to give you one example of what Kevin Byers was talking about, he told me that K-Rod took Jake Fisher aside and modified his changeup grip just a little bit. He said, look, I think you should do this when you throw your changeup. Next time out, Jake Fisher, 10 strikeouts using that changeup. Yeah. So just one example of what he means in the clubhouse.
How about that? Fisher pitched that beauty in the victory. And some of that due to what K-Rod instructed him to do. Gustavo Pierre, the left fielder, who is 0 for 3, bounced out twice, sandwiched around a strikeout. Coming set, K-Rod. The pitch to Pierre, upstairs with a fastball. 1 ball and no strikes. Silverio is on board. Again, it's only a 1-run lead for the Long Island Ducks. Silverio has attempted to steal once this season, was thrown out. Not taking a big lead, being held on. David Washington at first. The 1-0 pitch is on the way, and that nips the outside corner. Good hard slider from K-Rod, 1-1. Third baseman Edwin Gomez, the 7th man in the order, waiting on deck. The Ducks would love to close it here, maybe with a twin killing. Slightly open stance for Pierre. Righty-righty matchup. Francisco Rodriguez on the mound. Coming set, checks the runner. Silverio at first. And the 1-1 is downstairs. 2 balls and a strike now to the batter, Alfredo Silverio. Those determined and loyal Duck fans who are still here looking for a W tonight. This one has turned into a nail-biter. Ducks out hitting the Road Warriors 12-6, but only a 1-run lead as K-Rod tries to finish it up. 2-1 pitch on the way. There's a ground ball hit weakly. It's off the glove of Dan Lyons as Lyons and Puckett converged in the shortstop hole, so a bit of confusion there. Maybe one blocking the other. That goes down as a hit that reaches left field, thrown in by Daniel Fields. 2 on, 1 out. Things getting dicey here at the pond.
Yeah, I agree with you, David, there. I think Dan Lyons might have had that, but he might have been partially screened on the ball by Cody Puckett, who slid over in front of him. So, not sure Lyons would have had a play on Pierre at first because he was so deep in the hole. And they certainly would not have had a chance on Silverio at second. But the Road Warriors not willing to go quietly. They have the potential tying run at second, potential go-ahead run at first, and 1 away here against Francisco Rodriguez.
7th hit for the Road Warriors. That one was not hit hard at all. Edwin Gomez at the plate. He is 1 for 2. He doubled to lead off the 8th inning and would come around to score. So Rodriguez taking a look at the runners. K-Rod to the plate, way up high. Coming out of that crouch, popping up is Castillo to snag that fastball. It's 1 ball and no strikes. So Silverio, the tying run, waiting on second base. And Pierre taking his lead off first base. 2 runners on. The pitch is a big chopper taken by Dan Lyons. Touches second for 1, back to first. That's it! A double play that goes 6-3. K-Rod saves it. Dan Lyons with the double play that goes from him over to first baseman David Washington. K-Rod, his third save, and the Ducks win! Ducks win! Ducks win!
Three runs, 12 hits, no errors. The Road Warriors, 2 runs.
Well, David, K-Rod got into it, and K-Rod got out of it. What a job by Francisco Rodriguez. You have indeed called his first home save as a member of the Long Island Ducks as the Ducks take the opener of this 3-game set. Road Warriors, a valiant opponent tonight for the Long Island Ducks, but they lose their 7th straight game overall and have now lost 15 straight games to the Long Island Ducks.
Started with lots of rain, a lightning bolt, some thunder, ended with the thunderous double play off the bat of Edwin Gomez. Dan Lyons over to second base and throwing it to first to finish it up. It did get a little tense there in the top of the ninth, but K-Rod comes through, so did the Ducks. A long day's journey into evening that ends before midnight at around 11:40 p.m., but worth it for the Duck fans that stuck around and for us, and of course for the Long Island Ducks. We'll be back to wrap it up in a moment. 3-2 the final, Ducks over the Road Warriors here at Bethpage Ballpark.
Hey fans, this is pitcher Jake Fisher, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network. Go Ducks.
Oh, I love it. The color of my new Nicolat patio is so vibrant. It's unlike anything I've ever seen.
You're welcome. I'm just going to go finish that Nicolak walkway now.
Make your pavers vivid Nicolot pavers. The best looking, most vibrant pavers with the most 3-color blends in the industry. Featuring Nicolot's exclusive paver shield and color blending technology. With color throughout and guaranteed not to fade. Live life in color with Nicolot. Visit Nicolot.com.
Hey Ducks fans, stay up to date with Long Island's hometown team by visiting Quack of the Bat, the official blog of the Long Island Ducks. Quack of the Bat will bring Ducks fans beyond the headlines with in-depth feature articles, breaking news stories, game previews, and so much more. Interact with the team during the entire season through quotes directly from the players and coaches, as well as exclusive video clips and photos. Check out the blog today at quackofthebat.wordpress.com. Quack of the Bat, the official blog of the Long Island Ducks.
Back at Bethpage Ballpark, it is over. The Ducks defeat the Road Warriors, and boy, those Road Warriors were pesky. They did not go easily, despite the fact the Ducks took 17 out of 18 from the Road Warriors 7 seasons ago. And the Road Warriors' big return here, showing that with some Major League experience on their roster, they are not going to be an easy out this year. Despite a record that now is 4 up and 13 down, they have lost 7 in a row, but the Ducks go to 9 up and 7 down after a 3-2 win tonight, and there are a lot of positives for the Ducks tonight.
Well, David, it's a tough task to pick our players of the game. We're going to give it to 3 different players. Jake Dunning, starting pitcher tonight, his first start of the year. He got the win with 5 innings of 2-hit, 1-run ball. David, he allowed a run on 2 hits in his first inning, then no hits, no runs over the next 4 frames. So pitching, it was Dunning on the hill, and offensively, the Ducks had 2 players who both had 3-hit games, Cody Puckett and Daniel Fields in the 6th and 7th slots. So they combined to go 6 for 8 tonight in the win. Puckett, Fields, Dunning are your players of the game for Long Island in the win.
No argument at all. And I can tell you that if you haven't been to a Ducks game this year, get here quickly. We don't know how long K-Rod will be a Duck, hopefully for quite some time, but he keeps pitching like this. He'll be right back to the major leagues. Everybody needs pitching up on the major league level. It is an absolute treat to watch him work.
So again, 4 games as a Duck now, a win in the first one, saves in the next 3. And tonight we did see him give up his first base hits as a member of the Long Island Duck. A base hit, obviously, a big one to Silverio in the 9th, and then to Pierre on that ball between the shortstop and the third baseman. But what does he do, David? He gets a double play ground ball out of Gomez to get out of the jam and end the inning and stay perfect on the year. 3 saves in 3 tries for K-Rod.
Take a look at the Ducks. How many batters did they leave on base? Looks like about 9 or 10 tonight.
10, yeah.
Yep, 10 left on base, so that's something that Kevin Baez will certainly address in terms of the situational hitting and trying to get runners across when you come up with a dozen hits and only 3 runs. But the Ducks did hang on for this victory over the Road Warriors.
So again, we'll take one more break. When we come back, a quick recap of how it went down tonight. We'll run you through the out-of-town scoreboard and preview tomorrow night's middle game of the 3-game set. Again, the Ducks win it here tonight, 3-2 the final over the Road Dogs.
Hey, fam, this is Jordani Valles being second baseman, and you're listening to Duck Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Sayville Ford, Long Island's Ford giant, has been family-owned and operated for over 60 years. Stop by today to check out their giant selection of new and pre-owned vehicles at their state-of-the-art showroom featuring enclosed service drives and a luxurious customer lounge. Get giant savings on hundreds of new and used vehicles in stock. Sayville Ford, the no-fees dealer. Visit online at SayvilleFord.com or download the Sayville Ford app today to learn more. Call 855-917-8737 today.
Have your birthday at the ballpark this season and celebrate with the Flock. Kona Ice birthday party packages with the Long Island Ducks are now available. Each package includes 10 box seats, a commemorative birthday t-shirt, and autographed baseball. Refreshments including hot dogs, chips, cupcakes, frozen ice treats, and so much more. Best of all, the birthday child will stand on the dugout while the entire crowd sings happy birthday. Reserve your party today by calling the group sales department at 631-940-3825. Kona Ice birthday parties with the Long Island Ducks, a once-in-a-lifetime experience.
Chris King and David Weiss back one final time to Bethpage Ballpark in Central Islip, New York, where tonight the Long Island Ducks took the opener of a 3-game series from the Road Warriors, 3-2 in the first meeting of the year between these two teams. The Road Warriors actually grabbed a 1-0 lead in the very first inning as they got an RBI single from Ride Rodriguez that plated Melvin Rodriguez, a run on 2 hits against starter Jake Dunning, who would not surrender a run or a hit in his next 4 innings of work. But the Road Warriors up 1-0, middle of the first, Ducks would tie it in the bottom of the third on an RBI ground out by Emilio Bonifacio that brought home Jordani Valdespin. We had ourselves a 1-1 game. Long Island took their first lead on a Dan Lyons sac fly in the bottom of the fourth that brought home Cody Puckett. A 2-1 game there. And again, Dunning done after 5 innings of 2-hit, 1-run ball. Kelvin Villa, the lefty starter for the Road Warriors, would go 5 1/3 of 9-hit, 2-run ball, walking 2 and striking out 5. But the game in the hands of the bullpen after 6 innings, 2-1 in favor of Long Island. Ducks would tack on another in the bottom of the 7th, RBI single by David Washington that brought home Emilio Bonifacio to make it 3-1, and that proved to be a huge run when the Road Warriors would get one against Vinny Pastano in the top of the 8th on an RBI infield single by Anthony Ray that plated Edwin Gomez. So it went to the 9th inning with Long Island protecting a 3-2 lead. They bring in their closer, K-Rod, Francisco Rodriguez. He got the first man he faced, Jorge Fernandez, to look at strike 3, but then gave up back-to-back one-out singles to Alfredo Silverio and Gustavio Pierre before getting Edwin Gomez to ground into a game-ending 6-6-3 double play, and Long Island had themselves the 1-run victory. Final numbers tonight for the Flock: 3 runs, 12 hits, no errors. They leave 10. For the Road Warriors, 2 runs, 7 hits, 1 error. They strand 5. The winner is Jake Dunning, his first win of the season and his first start. He goes to 1-1. Kelvin Villa, the loser, is 0-1, and Francisco Rodriguez picks up his 3rd save in as many tries this season. Game played in 2 hours and 29 minutes. Again, it was delayed by rain. 2 hours and 35 minutes, so the delay slightly longer than the time of the entire game itself. Our 6:35 scheduled start didn't begin until 10 minutes after 9. It was played in front of a crowd of 4,246. So with the victory, Long Island goes to 9-7 on the year. They've won 2 of their last 3. With a loss, the Road Warriors are now 4-13. They have dropped 7 straight. Ducks are 2-2, 4 games into this 6-game homestand, and again, they have won the last 15 straight matchups against the traveling squad known as the Road Warriors. Elsewhere in the Atlantic League, a rainout in New Britain, Connecticut between the Bees and the Barnstormers. They will play a doubleheader tomorrow. Matinee down in Sugar Land, Texas. Southern Maryland doubled up the Skeeters 4-2 that series, even at a game apiece, a 7-game set between those two teams. No good news tonight for the Ducks as far as the Patriots are concerned. They go into York and take the opener of the series from the Revs 6-2, so the Patriots remain atop the Liberty Division. Ducks 2 games back. As far as Major League Baseball is concerned, the Yankees were down in Washington taking on the Nats in interleague play, and that was a 3-3 game in the 6th inning, which was suspended due to weather, and it'll be picked up tomorrow at 5 o'clock. Mets with a 12-2 lead at home over the Blue Jays as they play in the 9th inning there. And Game 3 of the Eastern Conference Finals in the Stanley Cup playoffs, the Lightning finally get a win as they go into D.C. and double up the Capitals 4-2, so Washington a 2-1 lead over the Bolts in at best of 7.
Great game here tonight, Chris. Always fun. We had to wait out a rain delay. So did more than a few fans here tonight, and it was just from beginning to end, it was a good one against the Road Warriors with more to come.
Well, again, the Ducks will try to take the series tomorrow night behind the right-hander Matt Larkins. No record with a 4.50 earned run average. The Road Warriors will throw southpaw Giovanni Soto. No record as well with a 4.72 ERA. Again, 6:35 tomorrow for the Ducks, who will try to continue this incredible domination over the team we call the Road Warriors.
So I think if we leave now, Chris, we might be able to get home just a little after midnight.
Say goodnight, Gracie.
That's it. Final score from Bethpage Ballpark in Central Islip, the Long Island Ducks 3, Road Warriors 2. Inviting you to join us for our next Long Island Ducks broadcast tomorrow night. You just heard about it when the Ducks host the Road Warriors in the middle game of this 3-game series. Pre-game show starts at 6:20. First pitch scheduled for tomorrow evening at 6:35. Right here on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network, liducks.com, youtube.com/ducksbaseball, and facebook.com/liducks. For Chris, we know his mom is still listening king. I'm David. My dog Barkley wants me to bring home lamb chops Weiss. Thanks so much for listening. We'll do it all over again tomorrow night. Enjoy the rest of your Tuesday evening, all 9 minutes of it, and good night from the Duck Pond.
Good night, Ma.